What is going on, y'all? Today I'm going over the one trade that I took and how I caught 1.13R today. So starting on the daily time frame, you can see we are obviously trending bearish towards all of these lows right down here. We also have an unfilled monthly gap right down here, as well as a partially mitigated monthly gap right down here. ES is doing the same kind of thing, you know, daily super heavy displacement lower. We opened up this 4-hour. Right before market open, we did open up this 30-minute gap. We don't have very much going on the 1-hour or the 2-hour. We're not distributing out of anything really significant. We do have a 1-hour on ES, but nothing on NQ. So right at market open, I had my eyes on this 30-minute, using as a condition. You could have technically caught a trade like a little bit to this discretionarily, but that's besides the point. 15-minute, we have more 15-minute gaps up here. So I'm just kind of using this whole range as like a condition where if we disrespect this 30-minute, I can expect this 4-hour gap being an agreed upon DOL, because if we want to go higher, we'll use it to just run through and then continue higher. And if we want to use it to go lower, we'll disrespect this 30-minute, take the 4-hour, and then come lower. So using these 30 minutes as, or using the 30-minute on both assets as a condition. We ended up opening a little bit lower on 9:30, printing some wicks down here, generating a little bit of liquidity. We don't have any low time frame generated liquidity down here, but this adds to it a little bit. And then we print away from it. We end up tapping into this 30-minute fair value gap. This is what I was saying with the discretionary play. You could have just seen all this displacement on the 1 minute and entered, gotten a guaranteed risk-free trade, but it would have been a break even anyway if you go break even right up here at this 30 minutes. Now you could have taken something more discretionary where, like you can see, inversing these 30 seconds right here, you could have entered on this candle right here. I believe it was also a 1 minute. Yeah, super displacing 1 minute. However, I waited due to us having a 2-minute gap right here. I wanted to see the full 2-minute gap get inversed, but that never happened on this candle. We ended up actually rejecting right over here. I don't know why it's not playing out. Okay, we ended up rejecting on this candle. I waited for one more candle. We now have aligned reactions. We now are inversing this 2-minute with a CISD. I play out the candle. I don't know why this is doing this so slowly. Let me hop back on the 1 minute. Okay, there we go. We get the 2-minute close. We are now aligned. ES is now reacting, NQ is reacting. We print a wick on both sides. Why was I not concerned about this wick? Overall high time frame narrative, we're obviously bearish here. We're a lot closer to sell side. If we're reacting out of this 30-minute, I'm not going to let a wick like stop me from doing that. We have a ton of stacked sell side right here. We have this sell side, we have this sell side, we have this sell side, and then on the 4-hour we have a sell side even further, and we have this sell side, we have this, like we have so much sell side down here. I'm fully expecting this to get ran, and I'm not going to go let a wick stop me from taking a guaranteed win. So I entered right here, got the fill, 1.13R, stop at the bodies. I was not expecting us to go use this wick. If we're going to displace lower, I would expect us to run rather than use the wick. You definitely could have gone like half of the wick or CE the wick, whatever. You still would have gotten your 1-to-1, but that's not what I did. I just took a 1 to 1.3 with the body stops. You can see we started to run lower. I took profit in, I think, like 3 minutes right here. Very quick trade. ES, SMTs, these lows, and still shows bearish signs. So you very well could have seen this and still held to previous day low all the way. If I can click on my position tool, all the way down here. Held to a 2.1RR. I'm not a fan of doing this, just simply because the fact that I don't like being up more than 1R and then, you know, end up getting break even or whatever. If NQ will move, that would be pretty cool. Hello? I guess, bro. Alright, well, NQ is not really moving here, but as you can see, ES starts to print. We do print a little bit higher here on NQ. We print up almost to break even for my trade, and then we end up running lower all this sell side. I'm honestly gonna refresh and all the way to the 2.1R. I'm just not a big fan of doing that. I prefer to just take my guaranteed 1-to-1, get out. That was the trade of the day. If you got this, good job. If not, I can kind of understand why, but I think the pros definitely outweigh the cons here. I gave it an A, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for sticking around.